Welcome to another live stream, everyone. Bitcoin is trying hard to find support at the 4-hour Stuber support that I've been mentioning. And so far, it's looking like an obvious level of interest to me, just since we are getting some sort of a reaction there for the market. I still have a few orders set a little bit lower in case we get one more push to the downside into my support zone, particularly the swing fail zone, my little green box here between the 1 and the 115 fib that I have outlined here. But yeah, if we see the bulls step in early here at my 786, 886 zone, the purple box here, and show a little bit of strength from the bulls with a higher low, I'm okay with that as well. Even though I think it's possible that Bitcoin does get a nice bounce from here, there's a few things that we need to be aware of, you guys. One important thing is to be aware of is that if we do get a nice big bounce, you are going to see excessive amounts of FOMO and bullish posts at resistance levels, as most people tend to kind of get extra bullish at resistance and bearish at support. Very natural. So if we do happen to get closer to that $120,000 level that I've been mentioning, basically where I have the start of my purple resistance box here, chances are we will see a bunch of people getting very, very bullish, ready to FOMO longs right into resistance rather than longing support here, like what I've chosen to do, basically. Another big red flag for me, you guys, is simply from a timing perspective on the weekly chart. Typically from bear market bottom to bull market peak, we have seen approximately 152 weeks of upside in these cycles, and we are currently sitting at about 149 weeks. This obviously does not need to play out the exact same, but it's at least worth considering to help avoid being completely blindsided by a potential market top, basically, as we are flooded with much higher price targets, from social media and stuff like that. Just like every cycle, we see that every single cycle. So hopefully this cycle is a little bit different. Hopefully it ends up being a little bit slower and just a much longer bull market. But the market doesn't always care about our feelings or opinions. So we're just going to have to see what happens. So a big bounce on the 4-hour chart towards my macro resistance level here could actually end up lining up very well with that 152 weeks. Because if we got a bounce here and it takes approximately 3 weeks or so to get up to these macro targets once again, that could be lining up quite well. Again, this obviously does not need to be the case, you guys, but I am willing to consider all scenarios to protect myself and let the charts do the talking rather than just listening to bullish hopium, just like what a lot of people like to do, right? I know it makes people feel good, but unfortunately the market doesn't always make us feel good when we fall into those traps. So now, to be perfectly clear, this does not mean that we need to be bearish right away either. Even if Bitcoin has topped, and guys, that's a big if, but if it's topped or getting very close to a top, I still think that there's a lot of potential for altcoins to run just with how Bitcoin dominance looks and where we're at in the market cycle and that sort of thing. So not all hope is lost in the market by any means. And I am very happy to be wrong about this and see Bitcoin just smash through all-time highs and start staircasing higher. That would be fantastic. And I'll play the chart as it comes if that is the case. But guys, with that, I'm actually going to move this stream over to do the deep dive analysis on my new YouTube channel, the crypto trading channel, in just a few minutes. I'll be streaming over there full time by the end of the month. I just want to make sure everyone currently following me on the Financial Summit gets the memo that I'm switching over so nobody gets left behind and still continues to see my live streams. Still in the same BloFin partnership, you guys, same Telegram channel, still powered through Financial Summit. Everything's the exact same, just a new crypto channel featuring yours truly, where I will continue to trade anything crypto. So let me just go ahead and post the link in the chat so that people can find it. Find the new stream very easily there. And with that, I will get started over there in probably about 3 or 4 minutes, you guys. So hope to see you there. See you soon.